So, guys, I've just started recording, and uh, let's start the session. If people are getting delayed, I mean, there's no reason why people who are on time need to wait. So we can just start off. Um, so, how has the last couple of weeks been, guys? We are catching up after nearly, I think, 3 weeks, close to 3 weeks since we last caught up. And how's it going? क्या हो रहा है? What is new? यशवंत, चेतना, पुष्कर, कुछ नया हुआ है? कोई नया डील आया है? Anything interesting?
July was a great month for me,
Okay.
both in overall business only. But SIP book size it increased by almost 3 lakhs only in the month of July, and lump
Very
sum
nice.
close to 1.5 crore.
Oh wow. Awesome. Awesome.
And तो काफी लास्ट year on year and month on month काफी अच्छा प्रोग्रेस चल रहा है touch wood. And as far as the prospect list is concerned, as of today, I have prepared a list of close to 85 to be precise.
Nice. And did you try any one of those going to an
Yeah,
event
yeah,
that you...
yeah. No event. नहीं, what you are saying?
Yeah, जो last time बताया था Eventbrite हो या those kind of events and stuff like that. What were the techniques you used to generate prospects?
See, ये तो references से ही generate हुए हैं
Okay,
and BNI से
okay,
cold call तो नहीं था, but BNI
okay,
से हुए हैं and references से हुए हैं.
okay. Great,
So I started
fantastic.
asking each my existing client about references.
Hmm,
So it started. अभी तक थोड़ा बैक फुट पे खेल रहा था, तो अभी आपके
hmm.
एडवाइस से थोड़ा फ्रंट फुट पे जाके खेलना चालू किया. And people started giving me references.
Very good, very good. Excellent. Chetna, how about you?
Hello.
Yeah, hi Chetna. कैसा रहा
Yeah.
दो तीन हफ्ते?
Uh, so I attended a session on AI, how to
Okay,
generate your clients through, not AI, sorry, WhatsApp messaging.
okay,
I got to learn about that.
okay. And have you tried that out? जो सीखा है and how is the result?
So not yet tried, but I'll try definitely. On Thursday, I attended that session.
ओके ओके एंड ये लास्ट टाइम जो हमने किया था कि यू कैन अटेंड सम इवेंट्स एंड नेटवर्किंग इवेंट्स,
Yeah,
ऐसा
yeah,
कुछ
that's
आपने
right.
किया?
Not networking session, but I got to learn how to do networking through that WhatsApp messaging and all. So,
ओके 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 पुष्कर, हाउ अबाउट यू? हाउ वाज जुलाई फॉर यू?
July has been it's been good actually. So like जो first week का task था जो event list बनाना and putting people
हाँ,
on that list. I think
या,
I carried on some of that momentum and मतलब जो जैसे आपने बोला था दो लोगों से नया बात करना है. I started to
हाँ,
do that. तो उसमें से
ओके
I didn't particularly attend any business networking events, but I run. तो मैंने running club join किया हुआ है, तो I'm networking that way. मतलब
ओ
more
नाइस.
free and open networking for me. I think I can relate to them a little bit better. I
ट्रू.
go to the gym, तो वहां पे 6-7 लोगों से बात हुई है in advanced stage. मतलब initial क्या बोलते हैं, it is not like hi hello वाला, it has gone forward कि हाँ बाबा I do insurances, I do mutual fund, I'm a financial advisor. It has gotten to that point, so they know and understand that aspect as well.
नाइस.
So, so I don't
नाइस.
know, मतलब I feel overwhelmed at a business networking event at this moment. ऐसा मुझे लगता है at least.
ओके.
But this is certain things like going to a event that I know, run club हो गया, hiking club हो गया, gym हो गया. I know these environments, so I think I can be of better. क्या बोलते हैं? I can put myself in a better place at that spot.
ओके. No, cool. I understand. And business networking is useful. So I'll anyways connect with you offline and maybe take you to a couple. So, you'll have some hand holding, so you don't have to worry. You won't be alone. So
Perfect.
yeah, let's see how that goes. Awesome. Brilliant. So guys, quickly moving on, the topic for today is, I don't know, आप लोगों ने सारों ने, you must have attended some webinar at some point in time or the other. And this webinars, especially during COVID, it became a great strategy to onboard customers, to create, to create curiosity, to create interest among potential customers, to increase your prospect list. ये बहुत ही एक कॉमन और पावरफुल टेक्निक बन गया था। आज के तारीख में भी कंटिन्यू हो रहा है कुछ कुछ प्रोफेशंस में, एंड दिस इज एंड समथिंग दैट इज वर्थ कंसिडरिंग। दैट इज व्हाई आई सेड लेट अस लुक एट वेबिनार्स एज अ टॉपिक, कि आप वेबिनार होस्ट कैसे कर सकते हो। मैंने खुद काफी वेबिनार्स किए हैं फॉर माय बिजनेस, एंड दिस इज वन टॉपिक जहां पे मैं सिर्फ थियरी से नहीं बल्कि खुद प्रैक्टिस करी है, तो मैं उस पर्सपेक्टिव से बता रहा हूँ। आई हैव डन इट माई सेल्फ एंड देयरफॉर इट गिव्स मी अ स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट टू काइंड ऑफ कनेक्ट। I don't know where Yashwant is. Let me just give him a call. I think he might be having a challenge connecting. हाँ यशवंत, क्या क्या क्या? ठीक ठीक। ओके ओके। So he's just trying from his mobile. So I think some internet issue at his end. Yeah. So coming back, इसलिए मैंने webinar as a topic लिया. It's a very interesting one. And like most things, इसके पीछे भी एक logic है, एक technique है, एक process है. तो मैं उस from that perspective, I'll be talking about webinars and how to go from awareness to conversion, right? So, how many of you have attended a webinar? आप दो ही हो यहाँ पे, बट स्टिल पुष्कर एंड चेतना, आपने वेबिनार, यशवंत इज ऑल्सो ज्वाइंड बैक, वेबिनार अटेंड किया आपने कभी कोई?
Yes, plenty of them.
You attended plenty of webinars, and so you have an idea generally of the format and what happens at the end. चेतना, आपने अटेंड किया वेबिनार?
Yes, sir. Yes, I have attended.
Brilliant. And Yashwant, I presume you also have attended a webinar,
Yes, yes.
but between the three of you, has anyone conducted a webinar?
No, sir.
Okay.
I had done couple of webinar, but those were not. I mean, अंधेरे में चलाने वाला तीर नहीं था. It were planned event. Like I do
Okay.
conduct investor awareness programs, so online sessions लेते रहता हूँ. So the HR person they planned everything, and I do
Okay.
conduct the program.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful.
So
And you have a,
I'm going to host one webinar on loans so maybe in last week of this month or in first week of September
okay.
on
Okay.
loans.
Great.
Yeah.
So you're planning one. Great. So Anirudh
Right.
is
Right.
planning, you're saying. Okay, great.
Mm.
So this can be a session that can be useful for him, क्योंकि आज I have already started recording. तो हम जो भी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, I'll put it up on that web page of ours, of the group face का. You can share with Anirudh also, so he can take a look at that. Yeah.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay, great. So, uh, very quickly before we go ahead, update on the assignment. So, I had said by 21st August, create a database with 200 new prospects using NU and update them on CRM. So, guys, any additions? Yashwant has already shared that he has added 85 new prospects. How about you, Pushkar, Chetna, any new prospects that you've added? लास्ट सेशन के बाद में काउंट क्या हुआ, कितने नए प्रोस्पेक्ट्स ऐड
So
किए हैं?
40 to 45 I have done. 45,
40
45.
to 45, वेरी गुड।
Yeah.
एंड यश, पुष्कर?
I think I'm at about मतलब जितने लोग आ रहे हैं, आई एम प्रोसेसिंग देम एवरी वीक, सो आई एम
Sure.
डाउन टू लाइक 41 राइट नाउ.
41.
मतलब नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, नहीं करना है, ओके गेट आउट, आई एम पुटिंग न्यू पीपल इन, सो आई एम एट 41 वाइस.
Okay. Okay, good. I mean, we can accelerate it further, especially Pushkar. I think you have the benefit of being known, Omega Investment as a known brand in Nerul. So you end up having walk-ins, but you could also go out and not just be in the security of the office, go out and try and get some leads. I think that's an opportunity, what I discussed last time also, to be a part of networking meetings or enroll to an event, connect with people. You've done a good start with running club and gym. Yeah, but you will need new prospects every time. So prospecting is not a one-time thing; it's an ongoing activity. So that has to keep happening. Okay, great. Moving on. Today, like I said, we are going to talk about webinars as a strategy. So, our agenda is first why webinars, right? Why webinars as a strategy? Is it any good? Does it work? Are there challenges? We'll look at all of them. We'll also look at the topics that can be attracted in a webinar. What kind of topics you can do so that people actually attend. See, the success of a webinar is you have to be able to get 50, 60, 100 people to attend or even 20 people to attend, right? Getting people to attend is success. Of course, the content also matters. So we'll look at both the content and the marketing of webinars part of it. So what are the topics that attract? We'll talk about how to market your webinar. What options do we have for marketing your webinar? Next, we look at the template for a typical webinar. Okay, I'll actually share a template with you, something I had created at great length. So I'll share that with you. Today, we'll just look at it at a high level. Some top tips for successfully converting prospects to this thing from a webinar, right? And finally, we'll kind of wrap up. So it's a very crisp agenda that we have for the day. And considering there's only three people, I think we might end up a little early, but that's fine. Let it take as long as it does. So the first question is why webinars, right? Why webinars? And that is where okay. So number one reason why webinars work is because it allows you to reach many prospects at once. Otherwise, prospecting is a one by one person kind of an activity. So you add one prospect at a time, you have a conversation, bring them to a certain state of interest, and then we say that person is a prospect. Here you are able to do many at a time. Number two, it allows you to build trust and authority without hard selling. Now, please remember each of these words is very important in this. Build trust and authority and no hard selling, right? So, that's where the topic of the webinar is important. हमारा टॉपिक कंटेंट ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं रहेगा जहां पे हम सेलिंग करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं बिकॉज दैट्स द वन थिंग दैट पुट्स पीपल ऑफ सो वी हैव टू यूज अ सर्टन अदर टेक्निक कॉल्ड एज edu marketing which means that we add value to all the people जो भी आए हैं उनको हम बहुत वैल्यू ऐड करते हैं by educating them on various topics वेबिनार सॉरी हमारा जो भी बिजनेस है वो टॉपिक पे वी एड अ लॉट ऑफ एजुकेशन एड अ लॉट ऑफ वैल्यू सो दैट एवरी पार्टिसिपेंट फील्स यार आके है ना मजा आ गया आई गॉट समथिंग आउट ऑफ दिस एंड देर इज ऑटोमेटिकली अ लिंकेज इन द माइंड कि जो भी वेबिनार कर रहा है सामने जो भी है एंड दैट पर्सन इज डूइंग अ वेबिनार that person must be knowledgeable and therefore we have to give respect to that person. So this whole authority and trust automatically comes because in people's mind हर कोई webinar नहीं करता. There are people who I can trust and who have a certain level of expertise who conduct webinars and therefore I can trust this person. Now, this is something that's very psychological, and people end up thinking that way. Next, it is cost effective compared to in-person meetings. In-person meeting ends up taking a lot of time. You may have to travel. If you're not traveling, if you're in your own office, anyways, there is a space that is getting consumed while the person is there. So there is a cost for everything. There is a cost. Next, webinars are great for reusable content, right? You can record the webinar, play the whole webinar, or convert it into clips and snips and show it in Instagram Reels or in YouTube Shorts, etc. So there's a lot of smaller contents also that can be created out of a webinar, and hence this becomes a good tool again. And finally, all of us know that post 2020, digital habits of Indians have changed thanks to the COVID pandemic. And after that, most people will have some such thing on the phone. So, doing a webinar makes it easy. Everybody from a small town to larger cities have access to webinars. Not only that, it allows us to go across borders. So if some of you are targeting NRIs, or you have overseas citizen OCIs, etc. Uh, Again, reaching out to these people through webinar and delivering that content becomes possible. Otherwise, it's very difficult right now. So that's the reason why webinars really works if done effectively, right? Otherwise, बहुत लोग है webinar करने वाले and you don't want to be one of the other people. हर कोई कर रहा है, हम भी कर रहे हैं, वैसे नहीं करना. Okay, so what is the prospecting problem? We know that traditional one-to-one meetings end up being time consuming. There's a limited geographical reach that you have. Client acquisition costs are higher if you are doing one-to-one meetings only. So what's your biggest challenge in prospecting? And I'm throwing this open to everyone. When it comes to you, what is your biggest challenge in prospecting? Yeah, Yashwant.
Yeah, in my case, getting a client is not a big issue, but ticket size matters. Or as far as webinars is concerned, my experience is bit different. In person meetings या in person जो ये करता हूँ meetings या awareness programs करता हूँ, तो conversion ratio is on the bit on the higher side as compared to webinars. Webinars
Understood.
all put together अभी तक 15 किए हैं webinars, but conversion बहुत पैथेटिक था मेरे केस में. शायद I don't know, मेरे में लकुना है या
We'll look
सेलिंग
at
तो नहीं
it.
करता. या
Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll look at that. See, there will always be, see, nothing beats face to face. I think that we all have to agree. But face to face has limitations, and that we are trying to overcome, saying, can we use webinars as a tactic? And therefore, yeah, we will look at that. How about Chetna Pushkar? What are some of your prospecting challenges which are there?
I'll go ahead. Chetan, go ahead. So I think prospecting challenges may the biggest thing is like catering, having enough connectivity to people. That is my personal challenge. Like the
Reaching out, yeah.
मतलब, reaching out, like what category you can meet any person out there. So how, being that actively ready mentally and physically and having that quick thinking,
Yeah.
whoever I'm meeting, I can connect with them. And webinar presents its own challenges, in my opinion, but you don't know your audience specifically. You have to ask questions, and most people on a public platform may not be comfortable sharing what they have on their mind. One to one,
Yeah.
वो नहीं होता इतना.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll look at that. See, there are ways of doing it. So we'll look at some of that. So absolutely, I kind of agree with what you're saying. Right. So first things first, I think, what is the topic for the webinar? right? So we have to be very clear about what are the kind of topics that actually make sense. And ये topic of interest है ना, I think one of the mistakes we may end up making is we straight away tell people, how can you be a millionaire? Mutual funds as an excellent way of creating wealth. Insurance is needed because your family matters, so we end up doing those kind of topics, and immediately what happens when you have topics of that nature is whoever is coming in is in the mindset that अरे ये तो बेचने वाला है at the end, right? And that is the one thing people kind of don't like when they are walking in. They feel I don't want to be sold to. So what are some topics that we can have? So I'll be sharing a document in this group of the various topics. I have put together roughly some 25-30 different topics that one could do in webinar. But I'm just sharing some of the headlines in the PPT. वो document मैं आप अभी ग्रुप में पोस्ट कर देता हूँ, so you'll be able to see that. So one is you can have problem solving kind of topics, how to save 1 lakh in taxes, whatever, those kind of, there is some problem and we are solving that. Next is timely, right? मौके पे चौका, as they say. When मौका आ गया, कुछ हो गया, okay, there's a budget announcement, you can have a webinar around the budget announcement. ये announcement हो गया. Financial year closing में there is something, so you can have a webinar around financial year closing and the pains and how your product can help resolve that, etc. So that's timely, timing के हिसाब से. Other topics could be life stage related, retirement, education, marriage. I don't have to tell you, you guys are aware of these topics. But these are also very common topics and people feel as if अभी ये कुछ बेचने वाला है. Yeah. Then there are behavioral topics like overcoming money mistakes, right? Behavior related topics. And finally, there's one tip that avoid product specific webinar names, right? So don't use your product names or whatever when it comes to webinar, right? So I'm just, on this point, I just wanted to kind of um, take a pause and discuss this topic wala concept in a little bit of length. So topic matters, right? Why topic matters? Because in a sense it is almost like a clickbait. Clickbait पता है क्या होता है? टॉपिक सुनते ही लोगों को लगना चाहिए अरे यार ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, ये क्या है, जरा देखना पड़ेगा मुझे. So therefore, the topic that you choose matters. Of course, you don't want the topic to be completely misleading. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि वो कुछ तो सोच के आए और ड्यूरिंग द वेबिनार समथिंग कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट ही आ रहा है. यू डोंट वांट दैट, राइट? मिसलीडिंग नहीं है, वरना फिर आपका क्रेडिबिलिटी काइंड ऑफ चला जाएगा. So it can't be misleading, but at the same time, it can't be very overtly selling. So there is a bunch of topics you can do on those. I have created a list of 25, 30. So let me, in fact, see if I can share that right now. Um,
वेबिनार का ड्यूरेशन कितना होना चाहिए आइडियली?
Not more than, I think for 1 hour should be enough, honestly.
ओके.
1 hour
Fair.
plus 15 minutes of questioning kind of a thing should be more than enough, right? Uh, so, right. I'll be sharing a certain document with you. Let me show you the document. Yeah, right. So, I have just shared the document with you, and so screen पे शेयर किया है. So high interest webinar topics for example, personal finances, money moves to make in your 30s, 40s or 50s. You can make some age specific webinars. How to plan your retirement without sacrificing today, balancing lifestyle and future security. Okay, so life events and money. Smart ways to plan children's education without falling into debt. ओके, ये तो इन्वेस्टिंग बेसिक्स एंड बियॉन्ड, ये बहुत ही ओपनली टॉपिक है कि भाई हम इन्वेस्टिंग के बारे में ही बात करेंगे। बट देर इज रिस्क एंड वेल्थ प्रोटेक्शन, देन टैक्स प्लानिंग रिलेटेड टॉपिक्स हो सकते हैं, देन मनी साइकोलॉजी एंड बिहेवियर, ओके, इकोनॉमी एंड ट्रेंड्स, स्पेशलाइज्ड नीश, गिग वर्कर्स, फ्रीलांसर्स के लिए क्या हो सकता है, इंश्योरेंस या फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग, एनआरआईज विद टाइज टू इंडिया, उनके लिए क्या हो सकता है, इट कैन बी अ टॉपिक, वेल्थ प्लानिंग फॉर विमेन, ब्रेकिंग द मनी ग्लास सीलिंग, सो विमेन स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक्स हो सकता है। So you can have these kind of topics which are very specific. Then practical tools and how-tos. How to build a DIY financial plan using free tools. Reading mutual fund fact sheets. है ना, बहुत लोगों को वो आता है लेटर एंड यू डोंट नो व्हाट टू रीड एंड हाउ टू मेक सेंस आउट ऑफ इट। सो हाउ टू रीड अ फैक्ट शीट कैन बी एन इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक फॉर पीपल, simple habits to track and grow your net worth, etc., etc. Right? So there are these bunch of topics which are there. One of the topics which I had written on was how to get 100% discount from Amazon and Flipkart. Okay. तो लोग बोले अरे ये क्या, how do you get a 100% discount? I said what you need to do is open a zero balance bank account. Whenever you feel like buying something on Amazon or Flipkart, okay, check the value, ask yourself, do I really need to buy? Let me wait for 2 days and transfer that amount. Suppose 550 का कुछ आपको पसंद आया, वो 550 जीरो बैलेंस में डाल दो एंड यू वेट फॉर 2 days and that feeling will go away एक दो दिन में, and after some time you will see a corpus getting created on the zero balance account, and I call that as a DNB account, which is did not buy account. So I did not buy, therefore I have some money there. So I keep छोटा छोटा अमाउंट, जब भी मैंने अपना शॉपिंग करने का मन किया, अननेसेसरी शॉपिंग, एंड हम अपना कबाट खोल के देखेंगे ना, वी विल सी सो मेनी थिंग्स जो ऐसे ही पड़े हुए हैं, हमने यूज ही नहीं किया है खरीदने के बाद। So you just keep doing that, and suddenly you will have some corpus which once a month you can put it into a mutual fund as an SIP or whatever. So by not shopping, you got 100% discount, right, on Amazon and Flipkart. So topics like these are can be interesting again, right? So it's just that how creative you are, आप कैसा सोचते हो, how do you try to present your business, right? So you can be very creative with some of these things. Um, any questions, guys, on this? Because this is very important. Topic matters, and that's important.
No, sir.
Okay.
कि मैं जो कंडक्ट करता हूँ तो टॉपिक है कि हाउ टू अचीव फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम थ्रू 9 इजी स्टेप, तो थोड़ा ज्यादा बड़ा होता है या उसको बाइफरकेट करना
So,
चाहिए?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, दैट्स फाइन। 9 easy steps हो सकता है, 1 घंटे में 9 स्टेप। आई एम प्रिज्यूमिंग ये इतना लंबा लंबा स्टेप्स नहीं है, तो वो कर सकते हैं।
हाँ।
लेकिन ओनली थिंग इज वो फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम है ना, वो लोगों को पता है कि देर इज सम सेल्स पिच एट द एंड, एंड दैट
ओके।
माइट स्टॉप पीपल फ्रॉम अवॉइडिंग। सो वील हैव टू लुक एट अ टॉपिक which is see, again, financial freedom becomes क्या बोलते हैं, थोड़ा सा जार्गन है वो,
आर्गन है।
ठीक है,
हम्म।
फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर्स वालों का जार्गन है। सो यू कैन
हम्म।
एक्चुअली से यू नो stuff like how do you continue to drive a luxury car after retirement, you know.
ओके।
You've actually same चीज है, but you are
हम्म।
putting it a little differently.
हम्म।
Something that might be very interesting for people, right? So I'm
राइट।
just top of my head I'm throwing a topic, but you'll
हम्म।
have to be very smart with some of these topics so that people know कि क्या चीज है। तो भी टॉपिक का टाइटल इतना इंटरेस्टिंग है कि लोग बोलते हैं चलो देख
हम्म।
लेते हैं, लेट्स ज्वाइन, राइट? यू डोंट वांट टू मिसलीड देम आल्सो, So they have
right.
a clue. This will be something about investment, but ये बहुत
Hmm.
interesting topic लग रहा है. So that's how you need to look at some of these titles.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, right. So marketing your webinar. Now this is very, very critical how you do marketing. There are free marketing way, three ways to do marketing, and there are obviously paid marketing. बहुत सारे वेबिनार्स जो आपने अटेंड किए हैं, मेरे ख्याल से आपने इंस्टाग्राम में कुछ देखा होगा, उसको क्लिक करके 99 रुपीज भर के आपने वेबिनार अटेंड किया होगा. इज दैट राइट? दैट्स हैव यू अटेंडेड एनी वन ऑफ दोज वेबिनार्स?
Yes, sir.
True. Yes.
Yeah. So those are the paid marketing wala. They are actually paying Instagram and they're paying Meta basically. Facebook, Insta दोनों में roll out होता है. They're paying Meta to show that ad and people click and join. Now, obviously the methodology there is वो 99 रुपीस तो उनको कुछ होने वाला नहीं है उससे. वो एक एक मेंबर के लिए उन्होंने शायद 500-600 रुपया दिया होगा टू मेटा टू गेट इवन वन पर्सन. बट 99 रुपीज इज नॉट वॉट दे आर देयर फॉर. जो अटेंड करते हैं दे आर होपिंग दैट आगे चल के वो बिग वैल्यू हाई टिकट पेइंग कस्टमर्स बन जाएंगे. That is the reason why some of these webinars are done, and that's the logic with which it is done. That's the same logic even I am going to talk about. The idea is to have a free webinar, get participants, and hopefully you have shown enough value. You have shown so much value during the webinar that they choose to become paying customers, or at least choose to say that, okay, let's go to the next step, right? And that's what we are going to say. See, please remember one thing, dear friends. अगर आपको ग्राउंड फ्लोर से फर्स्ट फ्लोर जाना है, लेट्स से ग्राउंड फ्लोर इज वेयर योर करंट रिलेशनशिप विद द प्रोस्पेक्ट इज, एंड फर्स्ट फ्लोर इज वेयर द सेल एक्चुअली हैपेंस एंड द प्रोस्पेक्ट बिकम्स अ पेइंग कस्टमर. आप एक छलांग में ग्राउंड फ्लोर से फर्स्ट फ्लोर नहीं जा सकते. यू टेक सेवरल स्टेप्स राइट टू रीच दैट फर्स्ट फ्लोर. इट इज द सेम थिंग. टुडे द पर्सन इज अ प्रोस्पेक्ट. इन ऑर्डर टू बिकम अ पेइंग कस्टमर, it's not a one step process. There are several other steps which are involved, and all these are confidence building measures. So, the one thing you should never expect in a webinar is at the end of the webinar, they will all become paying customers, or even one of them will become a paying customer. Not even one is likely to become a paying customer at the end of the webinar. सो आपको ये जानना जरूरी है. जैसे मैंने कहा ग्राउंड फ्लोर से फर्स्ट फ्लोर जाना है तो आपको कुछ स्टेप्स लेने पड़ेंगे. इट्स नॉट अ वन स्टेप प्रोसेस. सिमिलरली वेबिनार आपका फर्स्ट स्टेप है. इसके बाद भी कुछ स्टेप्स लेने हैं इन ऑर्डर टू कन्वर्ट इनटू अ पेइंग कस्टमर, राइट? सो फर्स्ट थिंग्स फर्स्ट, आई टोल्ड यू वेबिनार का सक्सेस क्राइटेरिया ये है कि हाउ मेनी पीपल आर अटेंडिंग, राइट? सो व्हाट आर द वेज इन विच यू कैन मार्केट योर वेबिनार? Number one, you can have WhatsApp broadcasts with a personal touch. Okay. Um, you all have seen the WhatsApp that I send, right? On the day of the training, I send usually one at in the morning, one at 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 15 minutes to go. तभी एक भेजता हूँ, right? All these are WhatsApp messages which I have not created because I don't want to spend too much time creating these messages. These are all doable now on ChatGPT, right? So it comes with a personalized message. It comes with only 15 minutes to go, only 4 hours. Guys, keeps your pens ready, keep this ready, keep that ready. वो सब वही करता है. And it's even possible to automate WhatsApp where you put it on WhatsApp, set the time, फिर वो अपने आप वो टाइम पे जाता रहेगा. So that's also possible. So there is a lot of automation that is possible. If you are part of various WhatsApp groups, you should kind of actively use some of those WhatsApp groups. So if I look at my WhatsApp group, obviously I am there in several of the BNI groups, but I am also there. On Facebook, I'm part of a runners group like Pushkar is. There's a group called NMR, Navi Mumbai Runners. I'm an admin in that group. So besides that, I am part of these. There are a lot of online groups called Collab and Grow. Then there is another one called Bharat Entrepreneurs. I think all of you can also choose to become part of these groups. It doesn't cost anything and it's only WhatsApp. Now, you have to keep sending messages. You will have some hits, some misses. Don't bother about that. But WhatsApp becomes one powerful tool in which you have to keep sending out and reaching out to people. You need to be part of some of these groups, and that's your key to success. I think there's a women's group which is there, Navi Mumbai. Within BNI, there is a women's group. There is a group called Womb. I don't know, Chetna, are you a part of Womb as a group? WOMB?
No, sir, no.
That's also Womb stands for Women's some business, something business, Women's Business Group, Womb they call it. So ऐसे बहुत सारे groups है. Chetna, I can add you. I can ask my business partner Preeti to maybe add
Yeah.
you to one of those groups. वहाँ पे आप अपना messages जो है वो डालते रह सकते हो some of these
Okay,
things,
okay,
right?
yeah, fine. Thank you, sir.
You can add the webinars. Okay. You can obviously send out emails if you have a database which you've already created. You can send out emails, invites with curiosity driven subject lines. If you have, even you should invite existing clients also for these webinars, not only new people, existing clients, and ask them to get somebody, get a friend along or get something along, and that's another way in which you can uh, get attendance for your webinar, right? LinkedIn has something called events pages. Are you aware of that? You can create events on LinkedIn.
No, sir.
Anyone?
No,
Okay, so
not idea about that.
let me see if I can share the screen. So hmm, okay.
चालले.
Yeah. So I'm just sharing my screen and let's see if I can figure that out one sec. Share. Yeah. So this is my LinkedIn page, right? That you can see. So there's stuff here. So if I scroll down, there is something called events on the left. Once I reach my profile page, there's events. So I can go to events and create an event here, and the event I can put some cover page, who's the organizer, what event type, etc., etc. So we can have all of that, and uh, I mean, all this is there. You need to put, is it an online event, in person? What format is it? Is it live or external event, event name, so on and so forth, date, time? You can put all of that and post it, right? And keep sending it to people you are connected on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn pay, you have to look at LinkedIn effectively to increase your this thing. So if I look at my own LinkedIn profile, right? So you can see I have some 3,800 followers. There's almost 3,000 connections that I have. Then there are some extended 9,000 people who are connected, so on and so forth. So all this is there. So this is my network. So you have to continuously post content on LinkedIn because in the services industry, people value expertise. So if you want to be seen as an expert, this is what you need to do. So I have 3,201 direct connections. Then followers, sorry, what did I do? I'm part of 32 groups, 25 events. I have pasted some 44 pages. So all this is there. You need to look at this effectively and use events. So once again, events, you go to the home page, scroll down on the left, go to events and create an event, and you can create your webinar and put your link, Zoom link and all of that to put here, right? So this is how you can use create events on LinkedIn. Same thing you can do on Facebook also. I hope you are aware. Facebook maybe you can create events. Are you aware?
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir, yes.
but
Acha,
never
Facebook.
tried it out.
Okay. Fair enough. You can create event there also. Plus मैंने last time जो भी आपको sites बताए थे, eventbrite.com, townscript.com, all of this have the way in which you can create multiple events there. Let me show you. Okay, so one sec. Yeah, this is my Google, right? So if I go to townscript.com and I enter, it takes me to, I have shown this page last time also where I said you look at it, sorry, I put it wrong. You look at it at others' events and figure out a way to join. But that's not the only way, right? Um, you can also create your own event which is there and do stuff there. So I can go here, I have logged in now. I can go and create an event. And there is no fees for any one of this. There is no fees which is there. I can quickly create my event, and as long as you're not charging money from anyone, it's a free webinar. There is no fees. These are things which you can immediately do very very easily. So TownScript है यहाँ पे और eventbrite.com ये भी है. It's the same thing again. Okay, Eventbrite is similarly. So once you log in, you can go and create an event there. So these are ways in which you can market your webinars. You should look at doing some of these really, really effectively, right? Now, quickly going on. Right. ईमेल हो गया लिंक्डइन इवेंट्स टीजर वीडियोस राइट you can create some brilliant teaser videos and now I just discovered a website even you could use there are several of these AI websites which are there आपको है ना अपना वॉइस या वीडियो भी देने की जरूरत नहीं है यू कैन प्रिपेयर अ स्क्रिप्ट कि आप क्या चाहते हो उसमें एंड यू कैन पोस्ट द स्क्रिप्ट एंड आस्क एआई टू प्रिपेयर अ वीडियो वो ब्रिलियंटली 30 सेकेंड्स 50 सेकेंड्स का वीडियो बना देता है सो लेट मी शो यू अ वीडियो दैट वी हैव क्रिएटेड राइट through AI, these things can easily be done. Some of these teaser videos. So give me a sec. Here's coaching. So yeah, yeah. Okay. So I'll share the screen with you and share the sound. So this is the video, right? I have created this video entirely through AI. So let me just share that. Years ago, a young man with just 10,000 rupees in his pocket, that too borrowed from his wife, dreamt of building a company that is today worth 6,27,000 crores. Yes, I'm talking about Mr. Narayan Murthy, the legendary founder of Infosys. But it is not the 10,000 rupees, but something inside the man that made the dream come true. We call this something as the inner CEO. It is this inner CEO that pushes an entrepreneur to not settle for the average. It is this same inner CEO that makes the entrepreneur to go for world class. TTS Coaching's Inner CEO workshop is designed specifically to help SME entrepreneurs introspect and discover the distance between their current situation and being world class. A 3-hour workshop that will be the starting point of rebooting your vision and achieving the success that your business and you truly deserve. The details of the next Inner CEO workshop are on your screen. Scan the QR code and register today. Begin your journey towards being world class today. Right?
Wow, that was excellent.
So this is AI driven. Of course, I gave the voiceover, but the music is AI, video is AI, the script is AI. We can use some of these things effectively to kind of promote ourselves again. So and I have not attended any classes. I am not a techie guy. I just हिम्मत करके चलो यार क्या है देख लेते हैं बोला and I started doing and I learned on the go. So if I have learned, anyone can learn. I'm sure of that because technology और मैं दूर दूर के थोड़ा सा पास नहीं है. We are far away, but I managed to do this because these are all very simple actually. You can check that out. And finally, you can also look at collaborations with CAs, lawyers, or maybe influencers if you know any to try and market your webinar effectively. Do all of you have some digital marketing partner who does it for you? Yashwant, Chetna?
No.
Yes, sir.
Whatever.
We have created some creatives for our Instagram page.
अच्छा लेकिन आई वाज आस्किंग कि कोई डिजिटल मार्केटिंग का पर्सन है जो मेंटेन
Yes,
करता है
yes,
कंटिन्यूअसली. ओके ग्रेट
yes, we
सुपर
have.
I don't
फैंटास्टिक.
have any person. थोड़ा बहुत जो
हाँ
कुछ है मैं ही करता हूँ, but it's high time I need to take professional help now.
ओके. I always say so Pushkar, how about you? Does Omega do any digital marketing and stuff?
So we have not started it properly, but whatever we have, we are doing it on WhatsApp right now. So we just
Yeah,
create it on our own right now.
understood. Understood. No, so fair enough. Yashwant, Chetna, since you're already working with a partner, मेरे डैड एक बात कहते हैं एंड मैं बिल्कुल मानता हूँ. उनका ये कहना है कि हमेशा है ना काम करने वाले से काम कराने वाला ज्यादा होशियार होना चाहिए. सो इट इज द सेम व्हेन इट कम्स टू डिजिटल मार्केटिंग ऑल्सो. देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल जो ऐसे ही उनको कुछ मंथली फीस मिल रहा है 10,000 20,000 वॉट एवर इट इज बोल के वो करते जाते हैं एंड दे डोंट एक्चुअली understand your business, your target client, and come up with a strategy for that. तो हमको बहुत ध्यान से एक्चुअली देखना पड़ेगा एंड देन साइन ऑफ सेइंग ओके दिस पर्सन इज गुड. बिकॉज क्या होता है ना, आई ऑलवेज से that to be successful in digital marketing, there are two aspects. One is called technology and the other is called psychology. अभी वो डिजिटल मार्केटियर है ना, वो टेक्नोलॉजी समझता है, वो साइकोलॉजी नहीं समझता है. साइकोलॉजी मीन्स व्हाट इज द बायर बिहेवियर, बायर का डिसीजन मेकिंग बिहेवियर क्या है, वो नहीं समझता है. उसको क्या लगता है कि हमारा जो मैसेज है वो सबके सामने आना चाहिए एंड सामने आ गया तो ऑटोमेटिकली सेल होगा. आई थिंक वी ऑल नो वैसा नहीं होता है। टेक्नोलॉजी उसको सामने लेके आता है टारगेट कस्टमर के, लेकिन साइकोलॉजी कन्वर्ट्स दैट टारगेट प्रोस्पेक्ट इनटू अ पेइंग कस्टमर। तो वो साइकोलॉजी भी बहुत जरूरी है। इन सम ऑफ आवर सब्सिक्वेंट सेशंस आई एम गोइंग टू कवर buyer psychology and how do you do targeted campaigns in digital marketing also, क्योंकि इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट कि सामने हमारा जो बायर है उसके मन में क्या फियर है, उसके मन में क्या डिजायर है, ये हमको जानना जरूरी है। हम ये समझते हैं तो देन द रेस्ट ऑफ इट बिकम्स easier. So I will do maybe the next session on that same topic. But yeah, digital marketing is good, but keep an eye and make sure your digital marketer is doing what is required. वो अपना मन का कर रहा है वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए, वो क्लिक्स देख रहा है, ये देख रहा है, it shouldn't be that way, right? So I'll do something on that so that you also understand and उनको आप ठीक तरीके से मैनेज कर पाओगे फिर उनका काम भी। राइट। सो क्विक मार्केटिंग टिप्स, यूज फोमो। ये हमेशा इम्पॉर्टेंट है इन एनी सेल्स, वेर वी से लिमिटेड सीट्स, वन टाइम ओनली, दैट काइंड ऑफ फोमो इज फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट। तो आपने बहुत बार देखा होगा ये लिमिटेड ऑफर है, ओनली टिल स्टॉक्स लास्ट, और वेबसाइट पे भी जाते हैं ओनली फॉर द नेक्स्ट 5 मिनट्स बोल के एक काउंटडाउन टाइमर स्टार्ट हो जाता है, 5 ही मिनट है आपके पास खरीदने को, दिस डिस्काउंट 75% डिस्काउंट ओनली फॉर द नेक्स्ट 5 मिनट्स। यू वुड हैव सीन ऑल ऑफ दैट। कभी वेट किया है 5 मिनट्स किसी ने? फुल 5 मिनट्स वेट करके देखा है क्या होता
इन
No,
स्पाइट ऑफ
sir.
नोइंग वो ट्रैप में फंसी जाते हैं।
है? सॉरी, चेतना, यू आर सेइंग
Sir, I have not मतलब देखा नहीं
वेटेड।
कभी करके। No.
कभी
आई
वेट
आई
करो 5 मिनट्स। हाँ,
मैंने
या
आज ही
उसका।
लास्ट लास्ट लाइक लास्ट वीक ही देखा था, कुछ तो ऑफर था, समथिंग आई वाज
ओके।
वाचिंग, रक्षाबंधन
ओके।
स्पेशल।
ओके।
रक्षाबंधन आके गया सर, ऑफर तो ऐसे ही था।
Yeah, so if you wait for 5 minutes or countdown hoga, it'll come to zero and it'll start again at five. So, yeah, these are all techniques that people use to create FOMO. You don't, fear of missing out. अरे ये चांस नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए, इतना डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है। Similarly, we can do something similar in our webinars, that limited period. I am very important, but I've kept time aside to help you guys. So, that kind of impression is what is needed. Next, you have to be clear about your takeaways. Okay, and this is very very important in a webinar. You have to first realize what is a successful webinar and what is not. Because if you are thinking कि sales होगा through webinar, then you are set up for failure, because sale नहीं होता है webinar के बाद, immediately selling नहीं होता है। Like I told you, ground floor से first floor पहुंचना है तो there are several steps and webinar is the first step, तो बाकी की चीजें और अभी भी बाकी हैं before they end up becoming paying customers. So you have to be clear कि आपका takeaway क्या है। To my mind, the takeaway should be that whatever is your next step, and it can be a free step, people should register for that, the next free step. Because just because they saw a webinar, they are not going to pay you money. The trust is not high enough. Trust अगर आना है तो you will have to take a few more steps. Only then you reach a stage where the final step, फर्स्ट फ्लोर के पहले वाला फाइनल स्टेप जो है, वो तैयार होगा लेने के लिए, विच इज टू बिकम अ पेइंग कस्टमर। उसके पहले कुछ स्टेप्स हैं एंड वील सी दैट। नेक्स्ट, you have to send reminders. You all see the reminders I send, and despite that, you are seeing how the attendance is today, right? So reminders बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। Unfortunately, that's who we are as a people, so you can't run away from that. And finally, draft. So this is a mini exercise. Draft a 3-line WhatsApp invite and all of that. Make it powerful. You can use ChatGPT and these kind of tools to make it interesting. In fact, ChatGPT ko you should know what to give, what to tell. So you can actually tell something like, okay, I am a financial advisor, I am doing a webinar. Please create an effective three-line WhatsApp invite that makes it so tempting that people want to attend. You can actually say this and it will create something nice for you, right? Okay, let's look at the webinar template overview. Okay, this is kind of very important how you do the webinar. Yashwant had asked earlier, kitna hona chahiye? I think for financial advisors, 1 year, 1 hour is more than enough. So there's always you first begin with the welcome and the context, which is there. What is the welcome and context? About 5 minutes. So, and you will find very often people use a hook or a story. This is usually a personal story which is there. Most people use a personal story saying मैं ऐसा था, this was the state in life, this is what happened, then I turned it around, today I have this, I own this cricket team, I do this, I do that. So you'll find these kind of stories people tell. Why do they do it? Because everyone believes when they hear a person like them speaking कि अरे उसका भी हालत खराब था और उसने टर्न अराउंड किया एंड ही रीच दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेज, तो सबको लगता है कि हाँ मैं भी कर सकता हूं, आई एम ऑल्सो केपेबल ऑफ डूइंग द सेम थिंग, right? Because this person looks just like me, talks just like me, looks like a very normal person. If this person could do it, even I can do it. So there has to be a story which is typically shared, right? What is the objective of these at the beginning? You want to quickly get them onto your side, right? So welcome and context में हम क्या cover करते हैं? Let me tell you what is it before we come to the story and hook. Welcome में we obviously welcome all the participants and we straight away give them the top 3 or top 5 takeaways, saying that by the end of the session you will know how to do your children's education debt free. By the end of the session you will know the easiest way to save 1 lakh in taxes. By the end of the session you will know easily, how you can create, you'll be sitting on a wealth of 5 crores over the next 10 years or 15 years or whatever, right? So you set the welcome and the context straight away, but you also do one more thing here when you are setting the context. You tell people that, guys, this is going to be a 1 hour session, and at the end of the 1 hour, there is something very interesting that I have as a gift and a takeaway for you, right? But that's available only if you sit right till the end, and I request you to be there, and you'll find that very valuable. So ये usually welcome और context में हम starting में डालते हैं because we don't want people to leave and go. Okay, so there is a promise that if you sit at till the end, you are going to get something, and that's something that you use effectively at the welcome and context setting. Then you have story and hook. Then you start delivering the core content. Okay. Now, how should the core content be? First, let me go through the whole. You can have a case study, you can have some engagement breaks. You'll have I'll come to this soft transition of a Q&A and close. So I'll talk about all of this. Okay, core content, right? So core content, let me tell you one thing. Most buying decisions are not logical. Most buying decisions are actually emotional. And that is the reason why people who are into insurance and financial products, they talk a lot about dreams, they talk a lot about fears, because those are the primary emotions which drive a person to say, oh, I want this product. This looks interesting. I want to go more into it. So you really have to look at the content that you are delivering in the webinar. Is it really emotional? Is it making people think deeply. अरे लाइफ में ऐसा होता है वैसा होता है, बच्चे का सपोज एजुकेशन नहीं हुआ तो ये हो सकता है, डू यू नो दिस इज द कॉस्ट which are there, are you really ready for this, if this requirement come up how will you do it? So you create those fears and not spend too much time on the technical aspects of the product. You need to create some sort of an emotional. So the core content, you really have to be very close to being emotional. The moment you get logical, okay, and you start talking too much of logic, people also get logical. And then the logical questions become very difficult. They are like, okay, what product? Do we need only to buy from you? Can we look elsewhere? So all kinds of logic will start coming out, and then the whole webinar goes out of hand. Therefore, it's important that your content is entirely emotional. Emotional means what all could happen in your life, and how some of these things can mitigate it, how you can overcome it, so on and so forth. So it has to be emotional. Even the case study that you are sharing of somebody who had a challenge and how they came up on top, it has to be an emotional one where people feel connected and they feel, अरे उसके साथ हुआ है तो मेरे साथ तो हो ही सकता है, मैं तो बनने ही वाला हूँ करोड़पति, so that you want people to feel that way, feel optimistic, feel emotional, because that emotional state is where buying decisions happen. But anyways, you don't want people to buy right now. That's a separate point. You need to have a few engagement breaks. Engagement breaks are what I do, right? Even in this session, मैं क्या करता हूँ? कभी-कभी I stop sharing and I immediately start asking you guys. So have you experienced this? Have you done this? Have you done that? Just to make sure that you guys are engaged, right? Ki you are with me. So that's the reason why you do that. It's the same thing that has to happen even when you are doing the webinar. Ki थोड़ा कट करके, okay guys, any questions? How did you like it so far? What did you find interesting? Is there any takeaway? So if you loved it, type loved it in the chat box. Those kind of things, right? You're engaging people so that on the chat box they type something. You want people to be engaged. Okay. The next step is the most crucial step. When you said at the beginning that please wait till the end, there is some free gift or some offer that I have at the end, yeah, whatever. You need to have a soft transition offer at this stage itself. Okay. So that offer could be something like a free portfolio analysis. It could be something like a free one-to-one session to discuss your personal challenges. It could be a free ebook. And you can create an ebook today easily using AI. Easily you can create ebooks. Okay, here's a free ebook on 40 ways of how you can avoid falling into problems, financial troubles, something like that. So you can have those free things, and that becomes a soft transition offer that where you are saying that, look, guys, you have two options now. One is you continue doing what you are doing, and that makes it very, very difficult, or you can have an expert who's supporting you and guiding you. And for the people who are today here, I have a free offer, and that free offer can be a free portfolio checkup, a one-to-one financial coaching session that I can do. Any specific situation that you have, I'm happy to answer that. There has to be a free offer at the end, which still feels to them that अरे ये तो मुझे कुछ बेच ही नहीं रहा है, ये तो फ्री में ही मुझे कुछ दे रहा है, right? Because the moment you try to sell at the end of the webinar, you're still far away from the first floor. अभी और 2-3 steps, 10 step बचा है. And that is the reason why conversions might end up being low at this stage. You don't convert right now. You just transition to the next step. Let's catch up, whatever. You I'm organizing something over tea. Why don't you all join and we can have a tea session? Stuff like that, right? Or whatever it is that you have as a free offer, you should offer at this stage. And that's all you're doing right now. Nothing more than that. Because you've built a certain level of trust with your webinar You want to build on that trust and build some more on that trust. And only then afterwards you reach a stage where you can sell. You're still not at that stage right now. So after the webinar is kind of complete, so here are some examples of a soft offer that I put together. So invite to book a free consultation. You can have a free checklist, download a free checklist. Whatever the next offer is, it must feel like a logical next step. It shouldn't feel like a sales pitch. Okay, there's a logical next step. I showed you how to save taxes. There's a further step, and I can show you here is a tool where you can plan your taxes better, so on and so forth. So you're building some relationship, not trying to sell even right now. Okay. Okay. After this, when you start engaging outside of the webinar, you booked a free consultation or given a a free booklet or a free checklist or some free tool or something like that, then you're okay to call the person and say, hey, hi, how's it working? Did the checklist work fine? Can we catch up? So you're still building trust, right? So first, build trust. That's your top tip for conversion. Second, offer a simple and valuable next step, which is not a sale. Follow up within 24 hours. So, did you get the tool? How did you find it? Were you able to use the tool? Do you need me? Can we get on a call? I'll show you how to use that tool. I can guide you through the process. You can do all of these things, right? Also include a thank you email, some key takeaways. You can summarize saying these were the key learnings. You can put a replay link if you've recorded the session like I'm recording today. And then you can also have a call to action. CTA is call to action. Call to action means what next? आप और क्या कर सकते हो? Click here to do this, call me here, send an email here. Those are all calls to actions, right? So you can have a right call to action. And finally, what gets measured gets done. So you need to measure some of this. कि साइन अप कितना किया, उसमें से अटेंड कितना किया, उसमें से फ्री कंसल्टेशन कितनों ने बुक किया, एंड उसमें से फाइनली क्लाइंट मेट्रिक्स विच इज हाउ मेनी ऑफ देम बिकेम पेइंग कस्टमर्स. So if this is, you should be measuring all of this and you will then know, oh, sign up बहुत लोग करते हैं लेकिन attendance poor है. So what should I do differently? I have to send more reminders or send something attractive so people want to attend. Attendance is good, but consultation is poor. Okay, then what should I do in the presentation to improve my consultation ratio? Consultation is good, but client metrics is poor. They are not converting. Then I need to look at, okay, what should I do differently in consultation? And one of the things we will do over the next couple of months is TTS Coaching's own proprietary 9-step process on how to convert, right? So these are the things what you measure. You will say, अच्छा यहाँ से यहाँ बहुत ड्रॉप हो रहा है, यहाँ पे मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? You should be measuring those metrics as well, right? Guys, with that, I'm just pausing the share for right now, right? This was the content that I had as far as webinars are concerned, right? Um, how did you guys find it? Did you find it useful? Are there any takeaways that you feel कि आपको करना है? Hey, hi Ashwin, I didn't realize you joined. Looks like you joined pretty late. You're on mute, Ashwin.
Oh, very sorry, Arun. I'm very sorry once again. I joined late,
Okay, no,
but
no
as
problem.
you're into presentation, I thought of not disturbing you.
Yeah, no problem. So the good thing is I have recorded this session entirely. So I'll post it in the
Okay,
group once I upload it. And please go through it. Please do check it out. I think
sure, sure.
today was an
Yes,
interesting topic on how we can use webinars as a tool. And then we went into details on content and marketing and objective and getting the right people and so on and so forth. So do check out the recorded session. I'm sure you'll find value there. Right.
Sure,
Sorry,
sure.
Yashwant. Yeah, you wanted to speak. Yashwant, how did you find the session? Is there anything of interest for you, or do you have any questions still?
It's absolutely great. I mean, but frankly speaking, आपने जो बताया ये सब कुछ
Uh,
मैं कर रहा हूँ. Only one crucial aspect which I think is missing in my presentation is voice modulation. जो आप
okay.
जो फॉलो कर रहे हो, that's a crucial aspect. I think sometime I go bit fast या फिर कहीं ना कहीं क्लाइंट फीडबैक नहीं लेता हूँ वेबिनार में, या फिजिकल सेमिनार में भी थोड़ा बहुत क्लाइंट इन्वॉल्व करना वो कहीं ना कहीं मिस आउट हो जाता है. दैट्स व्हाट आई फील. तो इसमें वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन बहुत मेजर रोल प्ले करता है. दैट्स व्हाट आई फील. जो आपके जो देख रहा हूं मैं, द वे यू
Hmm.
प्रेजेंट, द वे यू स्पीक, ये इट प्लेज अ वेरी क्रूशियल एस्पेक्ट. बट इट्स एब्सोल्युटली अमेजिंग.
No, true that you observed the right thing, but my suggestion is also to look at the content of what you presented. Is it emotional enough? Or are we slipping into very logical bullet point kind of things? Or are we telling emotional stories of how people's lives are getting transformed, etc.? Because like I said earlier also, ये emotion में ही अपना next step होता है. And that next step could be a consultation or a tool or something like that, right? So I think that's kind of important to keep in mind.
राइट. राइट.
Yeah. Okay. Pushkar, how about you? Are you excited to try it? A webinar?
I will try it for sure. I think the way you structure जैसे बताया आपने कि कैसे क्या कंटेंट में होना चाहिए, that was the most amazing thing. Like आपने पहले बताया कि ये कंटेंट है, like you do it every single time. ये फॉर्मेट के बाद समझा आप क्या कर रहे हो, because you at the beginning of the session you tell कि आज क्या क्या होगा, you
Correct.
cover it, and then you summarize it, then you do the last का जो 5-10 minutes जो आपने लिखा है आपके प्रेजेंटेशन में लिखा है, 5-10 minutes of asking questions and feedback. So all
Yeah.
of that is making sense now. I think the content is what I need to focus on.
Yeah. So I had my own coach, right, who had coached me on presentation. So he said, Arun, coach, presentation is first you tell them what you will tell them. After that, you tell them what you intended to. And at the end, you tell them what you just told them. Right? So it's a same thing that gets summarized again and again. And I think that gives context to people, and that's what makes it effective. Right? चेतना जी आपको ट्राई करना है. You are going to try a webinar.
Yes, sir. Anirudh is going to plan, so this may be insights for me also. I don't know if he knows about how things work out, but I got to learn
Okay.
today.
Very nice.
Nice,
So
nice.
you can of course share this with him. So he will, I think, appreciate it. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. So from do look at I've given a safe time limit of 30th September. So from an assignment perspective, do look at doing one webinar before 30th September and do post it in this group also, financial advisors group, so that we will all be a part of it as well, right? आपको
Yes,
नंबर्स
sir.
कुछ लोग तो इस ग्रुप से ही मिल जाएंगे. बाकी तो ऑफलाइन ऑल्सो इफ यू हैव अ चैलेंज गेटिंग पीपल डू रीच आउट टू मी ऑफलाइन. आई विल ट्राई एंड सी हाउ आई कैन हेल्प यू, बिकॉज आई रियलाइज कि ये सेशन में ही सब कुछ नहीं सीख सकते हैं. प्लीज फील फ्री टू
Hmm.
कॉल मी ऑफलाइन एंड से अरुण यहाँ पे ये दिक्कत आ रहा है, हाउ कैन आई डू इट, एंड आई विल गाइड यू. मैंने काफी वेबिनार्स किए हैं. So this is one topic where I speak from experience, and yeah, it is powerful. If it is powerful if done right, and I'll definitely help you with that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just stopping the share. Right, guys, that was the topic for the day. I hope you find it useful. Do take a note that before 30th September, do something. करो एक. Worst comes to worst, what, it'll go bad. Don't worry about it. You're still not worse off than where you are. तो जब तक हम रिस्क लेके कुछ करेंगे नहीं ना, वो फिर डर बैठा रहता है, काश मैं करूं नहीं करूं। जस्ट पुट अ डेट राइट नाउ ऑन योर कैलेंडर और ऑन योर बुक। पुट अ डेट एंड मेक इट हैपन ऑन दैट डे। कहाँ से आएंगे पार्टिसिपेंट, वो सब बाद में देख लेंगे। जस्ट पुट अ डेट राइट नाउ, आई थिंक दैट विल बी यूजफुल। चेतना, आपका कभी है? अनिरुद्ध और आप मिलके कभी कर रहे हो? डेट डिसाइड हुआ है?
Yeah, no, sir. He said he'll be doing in last week of this month or maybe in first week of September.
Okay, great. Yashwant, you want to pick a date?
I did two webinars in month of July only, but again वो टाइप किया
Okay.
था कंपनी से। एक प्रॉम पर्सनल करके एचआर रिक्रूटमेंट फर्म है, मैन पावर
हाँ.
सप्लाईज ये है, और एक परसिवन करके सॉफ्टवेयर फर्म है, तो उनके साथ
So
में आई डिड इट।
do me a
या
favor, Yashwant. Can you share that presentation with me जो आपने उधर किया
श्योर
था?
श्योर
Yeah, we can catch up offline just to see कि वो presentation में कुछ हो सकता है क्या? ठीक है?
ठीक। या
Great. Pushkar, you picking a date?
Picking a date, yes. Trying to
So
figure
what's
out
the
कभी
date?
है.
पिक वन फटाफट एंड पोस्ट इट इन द ग्रुप सेइंग ये डेट पे मेरा हो रहा है वेबिनार, एंड वील मेक इट हैपन यार, डोंट वरी, डोंट ओवर थिंक इट, जस्ट पिक अ डेट, कमिट योरसेल्फ, वो हो जाएगा, बाकी की चीजें विल हैपन, राइट?
Got it. Yes.
ओके। Ashwin, unfortunately, you missed out a large part of it, but no problem. Do check out the recording. It's all about webinars. And sorry, have you done webinars in the past, Ashwin? आपने किया है?
I've done it, but myself I have done just one or two. But
Okay,
the well-known speaker and all I have done with prudence.
okay, okay.
So no, let the speaker talk about the subject, and no, it's more easy to understand also for people.
Sure.
And then the afterwards and whatever the aftermath I do.
Beautiful. Okay, I think you also should do one solely by yourself. Just pick a date and do it.
Mhm.
Go through this recording so you'll have a good idea कि मैं क्या
Sure.
कहना चाह रहा हूँ. And then pick a date and let's do it. Please feel free again to call me offline, and I'll help you with the webinar and stuff like that. Always there. Always happy to help. Yeah.
Pakka, pakka. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, great guys. Thank you very much. One question
थैंक
before, sorry, one question before we go. I know I had said that our next session is on 25th, okay? But I just realized 25th I'm going on a vacation, family vacation out of India. So I wanted to check, can we have the next session next week itself on 18th? Does that work for everyone?
फाइन विथ मी।
That's good. Good enough.
18th. Okay, Pushkar, Chetna, fine with you also 18th?
Fine for now. I'll have to recheck something. I'll let you
18th
know.
of
Okay.
August, is it 18th of August?
Yeah. Next
Yes.
Monday. Next Monday.
Okay, fine, sir, no problem.
ओके, फेयर इनफ। आई एम जस्ट चेकिंग बिकॉज वो 15th अगस्त छुट्टी होने की वजह से लोग थोड़ा एक दो दिन और ऐड करके चले जा रहे हैं दूर, इसके लिए आई वाज जस्ट चेकिंग।
नहीं चलेगा अरुण जी, because after no 25th, 27th is Ganpati. So
या
again,
या या
little tied up in that.
या या
So it's
नो,
good.
फेयर
We can
पॉइंट।
do it
सो
on 20.
या, आई विल डू इट ऑन 18 देन। ओके गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच एंड हैव अ गुड वीक एंड अ ग्रेट मंथ ऑफ सितंबर। चीयर्स, गुड नाइट।
Thank you,
थैंक यू
sir.
सो मच।
Bye. Good
Thank
night.
या
you. Thank you.
गुड
बाय।
नाइट।
Bye bye.
Bye. Good night.